I am actually really excited to be here. This is it's a beautiful day, and this is a beautiful park. For those of you who are maybe going to learn about this park from this little broadcast today, I encourage you to come walk here. It is an amazing corridor. If you go behind me, it flattens out, and it's a beautiful walk through the woods. And if you go on the other side of the road here, it is an amazing stream valley where you'll see rocks that have been uncovered, and I guess through the gorge there. It actually is like a gorge there, and it's a beautiful place to be. So it's great to be here, and it's great to be doing this project. I want to thank our federal partners. You know, we don't do this without federal money. The federal money has been really important for us, and so I thank our congressmen, Jamie Raskin and David Trone, and our senators, Chris Van Hollen and Ben Cardin, because without federal funding, we wouldn't be here today. This is really important for Montgomery County. We're trying to get ahead, or at least get caught up with the flooding that's occurring. The floods have drastically increased in the county. We've got these 35 flood sensors. We've gone from 2 to 4 incidents annually before 2010 to 11 to 39 incidents. That's a major increase in flooding. We get increasing concerns from residents. We all know that the stormwater systems that were installed as the county was growing and that worked very well for many years are no longer adequate for the size of the storms that we have today. And so we see more and more flooding conditions. And I happen to live on part of Sligo Creek Parkway, and the part of the road behind my house has been under a foot or more of water multiple times. And so this is something that didn't used to happen. I grew up around here. These events are truly anomalies. So we're really committed to doing this. We want to help residents get quicker alerts about where flooding conditions are developing. We don't want you to be driving down the road and then driving into the flood and say, hey, there's a flood here. This will give us an early warning system. We'll be able to track the rising water. We'll be able to put out alerts. Those will show up hopefully on Waze and every other, all the other things that we put out for public information on transportation. I guess this will be added to the list of accidents, flood area ahead, avoid it or something at some point. But this will help make residents safer, and it's what we can do to protect people. We're going to have to look long-term at what we do with our stormwater systems. We know this is not a cheap endeavor. This is why it's not happening instantly. It's going to take a long time to replace all this piping. But in the meantime, what we can do is help make sure people are safer, get a better understanding ourselves of how floods develop and how flood conditions develop. We don't have scientists sitting out here with every storm and watching the water rise. Now we'll have the ability to track rising waters as storm development develops, hopefully get a better picture of how much water creates how much of a problem downstream. So I want to thank DEP, MCDOT, and particularly the Department of Homeland Security for making this available. I asked where Montgomery County sat in the country of, doing this kind of thing. He said you can think of one other county that has got as much stuff as we have right now, and I think it's, symbolic of the kind of work you've done, Adriana, to try to make sure that Montgomery County is at the front edge of what we need to do, if not preventing climate change, dealing with climate change, because we know there's no way we're going to totally prevent what's already happening, but what we can do is be better prepared, better informed, and help our residents stay safer. So thank you so much for being here, and thank everybody else for joining us.